Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and the cost of living is taking many people out of the game. And not just the video game collecting game, but also many of their hobbies in general. Now, today I went to my local GameStop and they had a whole stack of free games. So I took all of these games. These were games that I guess came out of trade hold and no one wanted them, and so they put them up for grabs. So I'll take you through them. And as I pull these games out, I'm just going to talk about this because I just saw a video from Smash Retro TV where he was basically saying how he's going to have to sell his entire PlayStation collection to pay for a water bill. And this is something now Smash Retro TV rather is a content creator who's I believe in the UK, and one of the things that he mentioned was that the cost of living crisis in the UK right now is at an all-time high. He actually mentioned that he just got a utility bill that came in the amount of I think about £1,100, which is probably like 13 or 1400 in US dollars. But yeah, he basically was talking about how he pretty much got uh into a situation where his bill was just through the roof. Is this Madden 25 or is this Madden 2014? I can't tell. Is this which Madden is this? Did they just give me a free copy of Madden 20? You guys let me know. Is this the most recent Madden? I don't think it is, but looks interesting. Anyway, so yeah, so he basically was talking about that and about how, just the utilities were through the roof, and it's caused him to have to sell a good chunk of his PlayStation 1 collection so that he could pay a utility bill. Now, there is a very interesting stat that I often hear repeated on many like finance channels, where they say that most American adults don't have even $500 for an emergency. And when you consider that to be the case, it makes video game collecting seem like a luxury. In fact, I've always felt like video game collecting is a luxury, even if you're able to have a collection of 10 video games. Right now, even having 10 video games in your collection is a luxury because there are many people that don't have the ability to get their even some of their basic needs. Food is at an all-time high, gas is expensive, and the thing that is the highest on the hierarchy of needs, which is housing, housing is more expensive than it's ever been before. Now, thankfully, I bought my house before the whole 2020 meltdown. But I think ever since 2020, it has been exponentially difficult to purchase a home than it's ever been before, due to the fact of the high interest rates combined with high home prices. Home affordability has hit all-time lows that we've never seen before. And when you think about it, a home is kind of like the most basic thing. Look at that, NBA 2K3. Wow. This is when I stopped playing NBA 2K, to be honest with you. I was into NBA 2K, NBA 2K1, and 2K2. Once 2K3 came out, that was when I fell off. But I digress. So, yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine trying to purchase a home now. Um, Here in New York City, the cost of rent is through the roof. I mean, I think I saw something where it said like an average two-bedroom in New York City is like $5,500 or something like that, $6,000. All of my NYC residents, you guys let me know down in the comments what it's looking like for you out there. But I know even in the outer boroughs, if you're in Queens, if you're in Brooklyn, even if you're in the Bronx, I mean, it gets pretty expensive. And so when you take all these things into account, oh, this is sick. The Dreamcast generator. Who remembers that? Yeah, this is staying in the collection. I actually had one of these, but the one I had was beat up. It was my original, and I sold it. And look, one just came right back. It's so cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, like rent right now is crazy. It's through the roof, and people just, they don't have money for anything. Outside of video games, they just don't have money for anything. Right now, I'm talking with, my partner about, what we're going to do for vacation this year. And we're looking at some of these vape prices to go on vacation, and it's crazy. Like the even prices to just take a simple family vacation is through the roof. NBA 2K, the original. Yeah, this is probably going to stay in the collection. This is a classic. AI dominated. Look how AI dominated. He was on this one. So AI was on the cover of NBA 2K, 2K1, and 2K3. That's crazy. And so yeah, we're sitting here, we're trying to figure out how we're going to go on vacation. And again, that's a first world problem, because when you have people who can't even pay their rent, who can't even cover their utilities, this is tough. And so it has me wondering, how many more uh, gamers, how many more video game collectors are we going to see in 2025 sell their collection because they can't pay a bill, or they, even if they can't pay a bill, they just need it to support their families. I mentioned on the channel already, um, Pick and Preacher. Pick and Preacher, he, towards the end of the year last year, had to sell his Sega Saturn collection, which I know stung, because that was like his, at least it seemed anyway, when you watch his videos, it seemed like that was his pride and joy, his Sega Saturn collection. And he wound up having to sell that entire collection to get rid of some, I guess, hornets that had invaded his home, and also just like take care of his family in general. I think he was trying to figure out a new living situation. So this is very these are very challenging times, and I don't know. I'm blessed. I sit here knowing that I'm blessed, and I'm grateful that I am blessed to be in a position where I can collect video games, where I can, take care of my bills, and take care of myself, and take care of my family. Um, but the cost of living crisis is a real thing, and it's impacting a lot of folks. And you know, not everybody's going to be as open to kind of share what they're going through financially. Not everybody is going to be as willing to, kind of let everyone know, hey, I had to sell all my collections because I needed to pay some bills. But I'm interested to know down in the comments, have you found yourself in this position in the last year? Do you see yourself in this position soon? Do you feel like your funds are running low and you may have to sell your collection soon? I'm interested to know your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.